Today I would like to focus on getting those white circles with this weird blue shape inside. We need those to get this tier 4 upgrade of the extraction speed. As for the other shapes, we are already producing all of those. All the other shapes needed here. We are not producing those because they are gonna be a nightmare to make, and we're not producing those for the same reason, although they might be actually pretty easy. It's a simple star, which we can mine, and a simple circle. So we might look into it just a little later, but today, focusing on this. What we need is to put the blue shape on top of the white circle. So if you take a look at our stacker here, you see there's one shape going in here and the other gets stacked on top. So we need the white circle here and the blue shape on top. So some planning. We should get these three colors mixed together, get white, then paint those or those circles, and somewhere perhaps here we could have all the stacking going on. So these shapes would get cut up, rotated appropriately, stacked together, so we can get this, because this shape we need, this windmill shape, is basically half of this stacked onto another half which gets rotated, and then from here we can simply take it all the way to our base. Let's simply imagine that we already have these shapes going out of here. So what's the last thing that we do? The last thing is gonna be stacking. What we can do here is use this weird variant of the merger, this compact one. Put one here and here, here and here, and the last one like that. So what we need now is white paint, simple as that. Right, so now we are making purple and we need to add green to that. So let's take another 5 of those paint mixers and add all those up. So right now we are producing white paint and we need to paint those circles. We have 8 stackers, so right now we're gonna just skip a few and see how all of this works out in the end as far as the speed goes. Now for those shapes we need to paint them blue, cut them up, stack them together. Perhaps paint them blue later in the end when it's complete. So if you take a look, we cut these up. And this right side, the parts of squares, we basically don't need those at all. So we can discard this part. These, we want to, let's say, partially rotate these. It's not going to be like this in the end, but just so you see. We want to rotate these twice, 180 degrees. And then we want to stack those together. And now we have this beautiful windmill shape, which is our goal actually. So once I've made this, I can simply select all of this and copy this. Awesome, so now I have copied all those and we're producing those windmill shapes on 4 fronts. Now we need to paint them blue. It shouldn't be so hard because we have blue right here and no mixing is required. So now we've got those painters ready and all we need to do is feed them these shapes. And we've completed the next level. So now we have a variant of the tunnel, which has a bigger range, which is awesome. That's what we needed. That's interesting. So we need 8 of those a second. We don't need a specific amount of those. Well, we're gonna get to those later once we're finished with this part. Now we're getting those blue windmills. We simply need to deliver those right here. So now we're gonna be interested to see whether there's some cloggage going on right here. The stackers and the painters are really slow, but for now there's no cloggage going on, and it seems there actually isn't enough of those blue shapes. So I'm going to paint some more and feed them to those stackers down here. From here, let's say, and bring them to here somewhere. So we're gonna need those blue paints, and these are gonna have to be cut up again. So what we're gonna need is this part, and we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna need 4 of those again. So simply rotate. So let's see if this works. And that's it. We have 4 of those shapes again, and now we need to paint them blue. So that's gonna be 4 painters. The paint is going to come from the left, and the output is gonna be on the top. They are not receiving any white circles just yet. So we might actually want to paint some more, use these paints and paint more white circles, because these are taking forever. And I believe we are done. We have filled all of those 8 stackers. Each is getting fed by white circles, blue windmills. We have 8 painters here, 8 painters for the blue windmills. A lot of paint mixing going on here so we can get the blue color. And it's all working just fine. Let's see how many we've got. We've got 4.5 a second, which seems like the most profitable out of those 3 weird shapes. This is just great. Now we can quickly take a look at this shape we need to unlock the belt reader. We need green and red circles, but we need 8 a second of those, which is gonna be incredible because there's a lot of stacking and cutting going on. Also the painting. So those are 3 of the slowest processes that we've got. We're gonna have 8 stackers for now and see how this goes. I've got the green painters ready, and as you see, it's taking quite a long time. And basically the paint and the circles are clogged up before the painters. So what we can do is create another painting facility for those. And we've unlocked an upgrade, which is mixing and painting speed increase. That's gonna be something we desperately need. Oh, and look at this shape. That's gonna be impossible to make. Wow. 2 windmills painted purple and a white circle. We're gonna need a lot of those white circle facilities. I finished the red painting part. We're getting those red circles here, and they get stacked on top of those green. So we've got those melon circles ready. And now we need to cut those up. And we're gonna need to do all of this twice. So for those, we need a cutter here. Now we have halves and we need to rotate them. So this half is gonna be rotated counterclockwise as such. And now we simply need to cut this again. This top half is gonna be rotated clockwise and cut again. So now, as you can see, those and those are correct. Those we can rotate and they're gonna be also correct, so there's no trash here. And they both need to be rotated counterclockwise. Now we're delivering those quarters to our base. Let's take a look. 3 a second. So we're gonna need a lot more. However, I didn't realize that cutting process is that fast. It's actually much faster than I expected. So this part we need to duplicate. Now we can simply duplicate this whole thing again and have another conveyor belt. So we're at 6 a second. And these seem to be clogging up. So let's see how far we can actually push this. This next batch is gonna be arriving. And we're there. That's it. We have unlocked the belt reader. So we can measure the throughput of a belt. Alright, wait until we unlock wires. So right now this is completely useless. But we should be able to unlock wires later on. For now, I'm going to keep this part going with those 2 belts. It's clogged up and we don't seem to need any more. Which is awesome, so I might just remove those. And next time, we do really need to work on this shape right here. Because we need these to unlock storage and also to speed up the belts. So after the belts have sped up, these might be removed and we could only use one of those. Because I'm guessing we might need those in the future, perhaps, not sure. But that's story for another time.